In this tutorial we're going to discuss substituting for variables, and really we're replacing the variables with a specific value. So if we had a variable such as x, okay, instead of an x we'd actually replace that with a number such as 3 or any other number. It could be a negative number, it could be a 2-digit number, it doesn't really matter. So we're going to move straight into an example. So in this first example we're asked to evaluate 3x plus 2y, which is an expression. It's not an equation because there is no equal signs. Now we're asked to evaluate this when x equals 2 and y equals 7. Now just remember, our 3x is the same as 3 times x, and that's been added to 2 times y. So what we're doing, we're actually now replacing our variables with the associated number. So that's going to equal 3 times, now our x is a 2, so we put our 2 there, plus 2 times 7, because our y is a 7. Now you just got to remember bomb dust, so we've got to do our multiplications first. So 3 times 2, 6, plus 2 times 7, 14, add them together and we get 20. So we're just evaluating that, so we're actually finding an answer, and we've done that by substituting numbers into our variables. We're going to move on to a slightly different example now. So this example is a little bit more difficult. Our expression here is 2x squared minus 4y. We do exactly the same steps. Now just remember, rewrite it out with our multiplication, so 2 times x minus 4 times y, and we're going to have 2 times 4 times 4 because our x's are 4s, minus 4 times 3 because our y has become a 3. Now that's going to equal 2 times 4 times 4, which is 32, minus 4 times 3, which is 12. And now we've got another example that actually equals 20. So we've got to make sure that we show our working as we go. There's another way we can substitute, and that's actually using a table. So we've been asked to find out our different values of m when n is represented as different numbers. So we have our equation up the top here, m equals 2n plus 4. We're going to find out what m equals when n is different numbers. So we should really show some working for each time we try and work something out. So we've got m is equal to 2 times, and we're going to sub 0 straight in. So our first one, 0 is represented for n, so we're going to 2 times 0 plus 4. We know 2 times 0 is 0 plus 4 is 4. So when n is 0, m is 4. Okay, second one, n is going to be 1, so m equals 2 times 1 plus 4, which equals 2 plus 4, which equals 6. Now sometimes when they're easy, you can actually do them in your head. So when n is 2, it's going to be 2 times 2 plus 4, which is 8. When n is 3, 2 times 3, which is 6 plus 4 is 10. And when n is 4, it'll be 12. So we do the same thing. We should really work or show our working for every different part, especially when our equations get quite tricky. And that's just some examples of substitution for variables.